I had so much enjoyment and fulfillment in that process that it was like that aha moment. Gosh, going back to 2015. At that time, I was just trying to level up as an individual through searching terms like mental toughness and things like that. I came across the personal development space, like officially what it is. I really gained an interest and started recording content for personal development. But my confidence level was nowhere near where it needs to really be to put yourself out on the internet and social media. So didn't really go too far with that. And then a few years later, I was had been looking over the years how people are able to sell online, able to sell products, become influencers. And I talked to a friend about like selling online and how that all works and how do you become a person that people would want to buy from. And he said, you want to create content that is valuable to others. So find a topic you know about, you're interested in. Think about ways you can package that in content that you can deliver to people online. And if that information is valuable to them, it helps their lives, they'll begin to trust you, begin to like you because you're helping them. And then from there, it can branch out into so many other ways to like monetize. So I was talking about what my wife, I said, is there anything that like you know of that I'm good enough at, talented enough at, or that people maybe turn to me for? Almost without hesitation, she was like, relationships. People are always turning to you about relationship advice because you're not really a whack dude. So why don't you make content around relationships? Just talk about the questions that people have asked you, advice that's worked for you, and put it out there.
The number one thing that's killing your relationships, and it's pride.
But I was a little too focused on the metrics of putting out content. How many shares, likes, views, subscribers, and all this stuff. And I wasn't really going anywhere. And even though I felt like the value was good, I was a little too focused on the metrics of it all that I got kind of burnt out. Even though I did genuinely want to help people, I wanted to help people so that I could eventually make money. I just kind of was not really sure about this interest in making video, interest in having a camera, making videos, which I did enjoy the editing parts of it and all that stuff, but I just felt lost. So, I talked to my wife one day and I was just like, you know what, babe, like I just don't know what to do. Like I really like video, but I just don't know. It's just not really clicking for me. I don't know what's going on. And she said, well, you seem to be frustrated and wondering why things aren't working for you in video. And she's like, if you have this interest in video, maybe you need to start thinking about and praying about what you're supposed to be doing with video. And so I said, oh, okay, cool. I remember I kind of been praying about it, kind of thinking about it like, okay, I have this interest in video production, but nothing as far as I'm concerned is really sticking. It's not really working. Like it's fun, but I can't really see a long-term kind of like vision of it. So one day I'm on the computer and by this point my kids had gotten me a GoPro camera for Father's Day. And this was probably the spring of 2020. I remember we had been out in the backyard playing on this like inflatable water slide thing that we have, and we had music playing. And I remember I was playing the song Summer by Calvin Harris had come on, and my daughter's in there dancing and all this stuff and having fun, splashing around with her brothers, and it was just a great time, and I was just smiling, laughing. I think the following week she comes to me and she says, hey Dad, you remember how we were out having a good time, listening to that summer song? She's like, we should make a music video about that. Yeah, let's go do that. So we went outside, played the music, and I said, all right, kids, I'm gonna direct you. I'm gonna have my camera and just kind of film some shots, and you do this, and I was directing and all this stuff. And next thing I know, I finish up, I start editing it over a couple of weekends. I mean, at the time I only had iMovie on the MacBook. And by the time I was done editing, I had so much enjoyment, and it was just like a really fulfilling process, like kind of the start and then to the finish, that I just kind of fell in love, and that was the answer for me. At that moment, when I had finished creating this music video, I had so much enjoyment and fulfillment in that process that it was like that aha moment. I'm supposed to be a videographer. It's not about me. It's about this interest in creating videos is to be a videographer, to take this camera and go to different places with different people in different situations, document, film, whatever the case may be, and then edit it in such a way to produce a high quality visual product, high quality visual production. And ever since then, I've just fallen in love with it even deeper. And honestly, it doesn't matter if it's a simple DIY tutorial or a major production. I just love filming footage, putting it into my editing program, and then finding as many ways as I can to just be creative and make just a nice visual production. And that's kind of how I got started in videography, and I'm loving every minute of it.